This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
If we hit a hat goal on this stream, $100 tips, then we will start a hat streak. Also, I can say I've noticed that as I'm getting older, sometimes I want to say something and I say the wrong thing. I don't know why. It must be something to do when you're getting older. You know, your wires get a little crossed or whatever.
I would appreciate if you enjoyed this Skyrim playthrough the entire time, you really had a good time with it, if we could get some support. Particularly, these are the last opportunities for me to be wearing the crazy Viking helmet. Even when I hit the hat goal, I rarely put this in because it's such an annoying helmet. But obviously, it's been the helmet that we've worn for all of Skyrim. It would be great if we could wear this a couple times for these final sessions of Skyrim. And that means we have to hit the tips goals. Alright, so I would appreciate if you liked this playthrough all along, if you could support the tips goals, I would really, really appreciate it. Okay?
They're cults. They're sucking money from people, manipulating people. Obviously, it's terrible. You shouldn't do this. Now, guys, earlier today, on the Sonic stream, it was slow. I only made about 60 bucks. It would be great if we could, like I said, have a good night tonight with Skyrim. If we have another slow night tonight, that sucks because it means it was an entirely slow day. This will hurt me for the week. So it would be great if we could get some motivation, some support for Skyrim as we're in the end game, the end of the playthrough. Okay? Thank you.
So, Keemstar, should I ban you now for, you know, trying to derail my stream? Or should I, you know, bother telling everyone what you're talking about derailing my stream? Or should I just outright just ban you and move on? Like, what should I do? just curious how you'd like me to handle this. Because you obviously know I'm not going to stop my stream with my viewers to talk to you. We've already had a discussion behind the scenes. You were unable to follow simple instructions about when I'm free to talk. So if you're not an intelligent human who can act like a professional, but you're going to come to my stream in the middle of my work to try to talk shit and say stupid stuff, I mean, how would you like me to handle it? I'm just curious. Let's hear it. How would you like me to you know? Because I'm not going to have the discussion with you on my stream. Alright, you can either do what we previously discussed, which I told you times that I was free, you ignored me. Okay? Alright, so here we go. So now Keemstar's banned from my channel, and I'll probably be banning him from Twitter tonight as well, and I don't have to deal with this nonsense anymore. He's a fucking idiot. Okay.
Phil, listen. Your behavior is toxic.
But this will be great, because now what'll happen is this will be clipped and put all over the internet, okay? And then idiots on Reddit and other places will all come to my channel idiotically and start, like, trying to leave nasty comments and dumb shit, none of which will affect my channel in any way, and I can just ignore it all and get extra views. So thanks very much. Okay.
Money, yeah. Money, yeah.
We're currently at $21 in tips. We will still have another hour here on the stream, okay? But I would appreciate if anyone could contribute and help out. It would be great. As you guys know, we have tiers in effect of rewards and everything for tips. Any contribution would be appreciated. Thank you.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin. Gin is great.
Play Catherine full body. Catherine, the game that when I played it as a new release over 10 years ago, I hated it. I loved the plot. I liked the anime-ish art style because at that time I had never played a Persona game or anything like that, so I thought it was kind of unique. It was like an anime that's also a game. But I hated the gameplay of that game. I never want to play it again. I toughed my way through it the first time. Why would I want to go back and play a puzzle game that I know I didn't enjoy and don't ever want to touch again? So, every idiot who nominated it, I mean, boy, I don't know what to say. You just don't listen. Stealth the Shadows, if you complain one more time, I'm just going to kick you out. Like, stop bitching. Stop fucking bitching. What is your problem? Man, Phil deleted nominations. It's not a true viewer's choice. Man, shut the fuck up. No one cares about your bitchiness, really. And no one wants to see you in the fucking chat talking about it. What the fuck is your problem?
Okay, Bo Billy, goodbye, you fucking idiot. Banned, 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 banned. Gone. Forever.
So I've tried over the years to not only fess up to the mistakes that I've made in the past, all right, but also to improve upon them. And I feel that today, as a content creator, you know, the kind of person that I am, is a lot different than the person from back then that people had a lot of issue with, right? I'm not doing those very messed up things, saying the stupid things that I used to say and do. I'm not doing shock value content anymore. I don't do shock content anymore. I got rid of that. It's out of my repertoire. You can look at all the shit that I've done over the years, all the toxic, negative shit that I've done in the past and I've fessed up to, and you could look at it at face value, all right? But I don't think that anyone would ever argue and say, the stuff that Phil has done has ruined someone's life, or Phil has really benefited off of the misery of other people, right? Like, when you look at the body of work that I've done, yeah, I've said and done some really stupid things, but I don't think anyone could actually say Phil had a concerted effort to either hurt others and profit off of it, or to partake in drama, gossip, and things that could cause misery for others to make profit, right? The stuff that I do is very much in my own lane. I'm making content here on my own channel. I stay to myself. I don't fuck around with other people, right?
Why do I sometimes name drop other content creators that are bigger and more successful than me? Because I'm jealous. That's why. Yes, I'm jealous of PewDiePie. Yes, I'm jealous of Markiplier. They're rich. I'm not. I'm jealous of them. Why do you think I bring them up? Right?
First of all, much earlier this year, okay, out of nowhere, out of the blue, Keemstar tweets about me, saying that there's a show coming up that involves me, Wings of Redemption, and Boogie. 3 content creators on the internet, and he says, oh, it's going to be a show with all 3 of them, it's going to be a podcast, and I'm producing it. He just says this publicly, okay? This guy literally never spoke to me. He just tweeted this. Then he starts tweeting, oh, Darkside Phil has me blocked on Twitter, so I can't talk to him about it. Someone had to get him to unblock me on Twitter. So now people are trying to, like, contact me, and they're like, Phil, are you doing this show with Keemstar? Why is he talking about you? What is it? I'm like, I don't know. I know nothing about it. I'm literally not involved in this process. I have no clue what this fucking guy is talking about. And I said as much months ago here on my streams. I said, I don't know why he's bringing me up, okay? Now, allow me to give you a follow-up on the story. After that went down, Boogie reached out to me and actually personally contacted me and said that he would be interested in doing a podcast with me and maybe Wings. But he says the catch is Keemstar wants to be involved and wants to produce it, that Keemstar would pay for everything, whether it would be a production budget, maybe even a studio, who knows, I don't know, equipment. But basically, he wants to produce and promote the show, but the show would be ours, okay? And I was very honest with Boogie and transparent. I said, listen, I have nothing against you. I have nothing against Wings. If you guys ever wanted to just sit down and shoot the shit and have a conversation or do a podcast or whatever, I'm sure we could talk about it and we figure it out, all right? But I'll be honest with you, I want nothing to do with Keemstar. I don't see why he has to be involved in this equation. What the fuck does he have to do with anything? Right? Like, why does he have to be involved in it at all? Why does he have to have any personal benefit? It's a podcast. A podcast is simple. You can simply set it up and we can make a call online and have a call where the 3 of us are just talking. Why the fuck does he have to be involved? I mean, anything he gets involved with is going to be over-the-top, dramatic, toxic, negative shit. I don't want to deal with that. And that's pretty much where we left it. Never really had any other follow-up on that topic or anything like that. It just was left there, okay? So obviously the idea is dead. It's not happening, right? I refuse to do it. Now, that was many, many, many months ago, all right? So, I would say probably about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. I don't even remember exactly when. Oh, by the way, I should say this. At one point, I did unblock Keemstar on Twitter. Here's why. I'm thinking, if this guy actually wants to reach out to me and talk to me about anything, he would, like, DM me on Twitter about it. Because I think that's what he was complaining about, was because I had him blocked on Twitter. He had no way to DM me about issues, or not issues, but anything. So, alright, fair enough. You know, this guy doesn't, it's not like he tweets about me all the time or whatever, so I don't care. I'll unblock him. It's not going to be a big deal. So I unblocked him on Twitter at one point.
Anything for this, right?
I don't hear, nothing happens. We're done. The drama's over. Okay, the drama's all done with. Okay, good. Whatever that podcast idea was, it's gone, it's shot. Who gives a shit, right? All of a sudden, I want to say it was about a month ago. I'm not exactly sure when. I'm sure people could look it up because it was him doing this on Twitter again. He tweets out, and he says, oh, I've noticed that Darkside Phil unblocked me on Twitter. He's saying this on Twitter. I've noticed that Darkside Phil has unblocked me on Twitter. Well, I have a business proposition for him. Someone get him to DM me on Twitter. Huh? In business, if you have something you want to talk to someone about, don't you contact that person? This would be like,
I'm a talent.
right? In this case, I'm considered a talent, right? I'm a content creator, I'm a talent on the internet. You want to have a talent involved in a project that you want to do. You reach out to the talent. Not the talent has to reach out to you. What are you talking about? I don't know why you want to contact me. I don't know what this is regarding. I don't know if this is anything I ever want to be involved in, especially because I don't like Keemstar as a person or a content creator. Why do I have to contact this guy? I don't understand. So I ignore it. This guy starts harassing me on Twitter. He's sending multiple tweets out. Darkseidfield needs to contact me if I have a $50,000 signing bonus. And he'd be an idiot if he doesn't contact me. He keeps tweeting about it like 2 or 3 times. I guess he tweeted about it. And so finally people are contacting me on my stream that day. Are you aware that Keem wants to talk to you? Why don't you talk to Keem? All right, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I have no idea. So finally, during that day, at some point, I think I was on a break of my stream, and I just happened to open Twitter, and I see this guy has tweeted about me a couple times. All right, I just want him to shut up. So I do DM him, and I say, what is this? What are you talking about? Why are you talking about me? Okay? I'm going to paraphrase, because apparently people are under the impression that if you read a private message word for word, it's very rude, and you shouldn't do that. I mean, I learned my lesson from the John, Rambo, and Howard situation. If you didn't see me react to their video recently, they called me out for me reading text messages live on a stream and revealing private information. I'm not going to do that. I learned from my mistakes. What I will do is I will paraphrase what the situation was. So, in a nutshell, Keemstar says to me that he has an idea for a show. All right? This is not what a lot of people thought it was. A lot of people thought that he wanted me involved in some kind of weird content creator celebrity boxing event. That's not what it was. I guess that's something else he is doing or was doing and it failed or something. I don't know. I don't follow the guy. I don't fucking care. But it wasn't that at all. Okay? It was something different. Okay? And it had something to do with a show he wants me to either host or be heavily involved with. It wasn't clear. Okay?
Oh my god, what a slow stream.
He's saying that he wants to pay me $50,000 as a sign-on bonus for this show. Okay? That's all I know. That's literally all he said. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know if I want to be involved. Can you give me details? Let's talk. No. I want to have a phone call with you to talk about it. Now, immediately that hits a red flag for me. Why? Because this guy wants to do a phone call for a good reason. Because he doesn't want to have anything in writing, right? If someone wants to have a business dealing with you, they're going to do it in writing, so that there's evidence of what they said, and it can be referenced later. He wants to have a phone call with me, so that we can talk, and he can say shit that later on he can claim he never said. I'm not stupid, okay? I mean, really, honestly, I'm not born yesterday. I know how people are. I know that's why he wants a phone call. This has happened to me in the past, when I used to talk to contacts at Machinima, contacts at Curse. They would literally say, oh, let's not talk here, let's have a phone call, so that later on they could claim that the phone call didn't happen or didn't happen that way. Now, Swaggin says phone calls can be recorded. You're right, except that's wiretapping. And unless you talk on both ends and agree to people recording it, it's actually completely illegal in the United States to record a phone call and then use it as evidence of anything. It's not submissible in court, and it's actually a crime depending on what state you live in. Okay? So, I know why he's doing this. I'm not stupid. Alright? So I say to him, listen, why can't we just talk about it here? We're already talking. In this DM on Twitter, we're talking. Why can't you just give me the data now? Tell me what the show is. Tell me the criteria. Tell me how you want me involved. Tell me the pay. Tell me all of it right now so we can know what we're talking about. No, I want to have a phone call. Why are you dicking me around like this? Let's just have a fucking phone call. And he's talking to me like this too, like he's swearing, and he's being completely unprofessional in the way that he's handling this whole thing. Now I'm like, no, wait a minute. He wants to enter into a business arrangement with me, but he wants me to reach out to him in order to even talk about it. Then he doesn't want to put any of it in writing. He only wants to talk on the phone. Right. Already there's several red flags that are coming up in this process that are saying you'd be fucking stupid as shit and crazy as fuck and desperate as hell to get into any kind of a business arrangement with this gentleman. Okay? So, even then, just for the fact that I said, let's at least give the guy a chance, because I've never had any personal relationship with this guy before. Let's have the phone call. Alright? So, I basically talked to him and I said, alright, here's the deal. I'm a busy streamer. I have double streams every day. On my day off, I'm not available because I spend it with my wife. So, here's when I'm available. I'm available at this time and this time, this time and this. I gave him slots of time that he could call me to have this conversation. In fact, that first day, I sat around during my break, ready to answer the phone if he called me, because I was under the impression he wanted to talk right away and was going to call me. He did not call me. Again and again and again at the times that I was available, he didn't call me. Okay? All of a sudden, he starts calling me randomly at times that I'd never told him I was available, like during my streams. One day I'm sitting here and I look, missed call, it's him, he's calling me in the middle of my fucking stream. I told him I wasn't available and I was available at certain times. Why are you not calling me when I told you I'm available? Alright? Then all of a sudden, I don't hear from him again. I'm like, alright, maybe it's over with. Then he comes into my stream about 2 weeks ago, and he's like, Phil, when are we going to talk about business? Phil, why are you like ghosting me about business? I was like, Keem, I don't know what you're talking about. I really have no idea what you're talking about. You know, it's not what happened. You said you wanted out, you refused to talk in a DM. You wanted a phone call. I told you when I'm available for phone calls. You still haven't called me during those times. Instead, you insist on calling me when I'm always busy working. So, that was it. And then I didn't hear from the guy again for several, you know, weeks. All of a sudden last night, out of the blue, Keemstar comes on my Skyrim stream, of all streams, right? The stream that has like the least attendance or whatever. He comes on my stream, and he starts insulting me. Oh, so you will beg your viewers for income, but you won't take $50,000 for me to be on my show. What's your problem, Phil? Why won't you take my call? I'm like... So I literally said on my stream, so should I ban you now or later? Because nothing's going to come of this good. You're on my stream derailing it and talking shit. How should you think I'm going to handle this? Do you think this is going to be a positive outcome for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to use your brain. Now, I just want you to think about every interaction I've now had with this guy, okay? Years ago, he makes fun of me on his drama alert, okay? Then I don't hear from him for like 5 years, 6 years. No contact at all. He makes a public posts about me saying I'm going to be on a podcast he's never spoken with me about ever, okay? He complains that he's blocked on my Twitter. I unblock him on my Twitter after he demands that I do so, and then he demands that I DM him, even though he's the one who wants to reach out to me for a business opportunity. He demands I DM him. It's like some weird power thing for him. You come to me, because I am the high and mighty Keem, so you come to me. I know I don't reach out to anyone. You come to me, right? It's like a power play or something weird in his head. Figure that one out. Get a psychiatrist involved in that one. I'm sure they'll definitely tell you about the complex this guy probably fucking has in his head, okay? And then, when we finally talk, he refuses to tell me what he's talking about. He wants to have a phone call. So I tell him when he can call me, and he won't call me at those times. It's like, if ever you could get red flags involved in a situation, I think I had about 14 of them at this point, right? So I want absolutely nothing to do with this guy. Like, seriously, nothing. If I never heard about Keemstar ever again in my life, I would still have heard about him too much. I don't care about this man. I don't care about the kind of content he makes. I don't care about the drama he creates around himself. I don't care about the pain and misery he causes others to make a buck. All right? He insulted me multiple times on the internet. In fact, months ago, someone had asked me about him on the internet, and I made a comment saying I don't like him and the kind of content he makes. And he made a comment on his Twitter, a video, saying that I'm at level 1. I'm poor, and I'm at level 1 as a content creator. I never got past level 1. I never beat the first stage. While he's up there rich, living in mansions, driving his fucking Ferrari and shit, right? This is the shit that he says about me publicly. Yet then he wants to have a business arrangement with me. Like, what? Right? So here's what I have to say. And this is how I'm going to end it. I promise you this, everyone. I will promise you this. I will have no further involvement with this man. As of right now, this is a statement I'm going to make. Alright? It's going to be the final statement I have to say on Keemstar. I don't care what drama he tries to bring up as a result of me saying it. I don't care if he talks about me on Twitter and he makes his little fucking video shits to himself. I don't care what he does. The guy, go on, have your life. Leave me the fuck alone. Alright? However, here's what I will say. It doesn't matter in life, alright, how much money you have, how much popularity you have, whatever you have. All that shit is superficial, right? It's all superficial. What matters in life is that you, through your actions and through the legacy you leave behind, alright, you feel like you've done something positive. At least for me, in my life, that's my goal. When I die, I want to be able to say, I did something good on this planet.
That was good.
Alright, I left something behind that helped people, that put a smile on someone's face, that did something nice, right? That maybe people, even though there's people out there who absolutely hate me, hopefully there's enough people who I've helped somehow with the legacy that I left behind. That it improved someone's life situation in some possible way. Certainly there's things that I've done over the years that have not done that, but I like to think that overall in the 14 years that I've made content, alright, that at the very least, there's people out there who feel like what I've done has meaning for them. Positive meaning, not negative meaning, that I've derided people and made fun of people and it hurt others, but that what I've done is basically something that, you know what I mean, that helped out overall in the grand scheme of things, okay? And that's all I care about. Really. I don't care about the glory. I don't care about the popularity, the celebrity, the money. How many times over the years have I told you guys, I had all these opportunities to sell out, especially when I was a big YouTuber back in the day, and I had way more popularity than I do now. I had all these opportunities to completely sell out like lots of other content creators have. How many content creators do you constantly see them playing games early, getting the early access, plugging the shit out of a game, having to put hashtag ad in all their content? I was in that group that I could have done that. I refused. I said I want to make meaningful content for my audience. And guess what? Direct result of those choices have put me where I am today. Every week I tell you guys how money's tight, right? And I'm honest with you guys. It is. Every week my money is tight here. Currently right now, the reason that I'm still financially in a hole is because I owe tons of back taxes to the federal government that I'm trying to slowly pay off, but it's going to take me a long time to get to a point where I'm not like that anymore. It sucks. And that's because of the choices I've made. Now, I could have made a lot of sellout choices over the years that would have put me in much better financial position. But I didn't do those. I felt like I was doing the right thing. Okay? $50,000 is a lot of money. Right now, if I got $50,000 for something, it could be life-changing. I'm not exaggerating to tell you, if I made $50,000 right now, I could immediately get rid of that financial burden that's on my back. The back taxes and all of that, it would put me in a much better financial position. Moving forward, I'd have a safer future and more secure future for my family. Okay? I'm just being honest and transparent with you guys. It would help me out tremendously to take a payday like that. Alright? But when I sat down, I thought about it. And by the way, it's not just me making these decisions. It's always a family effort between myself and my wife. I want to make that very clear. I'm not someone who feels like I'm the guy in charge and I'm the big shot and I need to make all the decisions around here. Every choice is between the two of us, because that's what happens when you're married. You share your life and you share your responsibility. So when this was going down, I told Kat about it the entire time. We had these conversations, and we came to the conclusion together that despite the fact that $50,000 could help us dramatically, it would put us from the, what do they say, from the red to the black. It would get me out of this back debt that I can't catch up on and pay, and it would put me back in a place where now we could look at positively to the future. Fuck, $50,000, we could probably go on a honeymoon, which we didn't get when we got married 3 years ago. We could probably improve everything of this business. I could immediately buy a new PC, upgrade my setup and all that, right? That's a lot of fucking money. So it's a serious thing to consider, even if you hate the fucking guy who's involved in it, who's claiming he's going to give it to you, all right? But I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry. I have to think that there has to be something to be said for standing by your guns, sticking to your guns, and sticking by your morals. Alright? Yeah, if I did business with Keemstar, I'd feel dirty, man. I would feel like I took blood money. Like, this guy's money is made on the misery of others. Literally, the content he puts out is harmful. Every piece of content that's drama, that's hearsay, that's rumor, slander, defamation. Multiple people over the years have come out and said the things he have done have concretely hurt people. He doesn't take mental illness seriously. He said things and got stories wrong that hurt people's reputations. So why the fuck would I want to be involved with this guy? Right? Even if it's life-changing in a positive way for me and my family, why would I ever want to get wrapped up? And by the way, it really is a rabbit hole that once you fall down it, you probably can never get back out of. Because if I got involved with this guy in any kind of a capacity, it could negatively affect me and what I do here on a daily basis. Right? It could. It could be that we can't have our fun personal streams anymore. That this all gets lost because now there's so much drama on the internet around me and the stuff that I do with Keemstar. That's all anyone cares about or talks about. And I don't want that. I love what I do for a living. I love you guys that come to my streams every day and we chill and we have these fun personal conversations. And I know you guys love me and what I do because you wouldn't support it if you didn't. For 14 years, I've done this in a way very different. Tell me another person who does things the way that I do it, right? No ads, no shilling, no sellout shit. And it's hilarious that people constantly compare me to people that do that shit when I don't. I literally am the one person who's not doing any of that shit, right?
I can never get a sponsor. I'm just being real with you guys. I will never get like a sponsor because if I got one, they would be trolled so fucking hard by the people who hate me that the sponsor would say, even though you did nothing wrong, Phil, it's too much liability with all these assholes. So, you know, we can't move forward with the sponsorship. And this has happened to me many times in the last year.
Yet somehow I still get held in comparison. It blows me away. Why, Phil, why is it that you have to ask your viewers for support and help and you know, beg?
Why do you beg on your streams?
All right? Because I've purposely made choices so that I can not only be true to myself and my own moral code, but that when you tune into any piece of content that I make, you know that this is Phil talking to you in an honest manner, being transparent about a thought about a game or a thought about anything else that I talk about. I've actively tried to keep myself away from anything that would make me commercial, that would make me a shill, that would make me a sellout, or that would make me all about content at the expense of others. And I think that's really how I could really summarize this. Content at the expense of others. If you're someone who's a constant advertisement, you're using other people's time. At the expense of others, you're making a living. If you're someone who just makes drama content, you're making a living on the expense of others. I don't want to do that. I want to make my own content, okay? And feel good about it. And that's why I don't want to ever involve myself in this shit. But please understand, that's why I get myself in these situations. Right now, all right? Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. Just being honest. I didn't. Okay? It was a very slow day. All right? Today, I'd like to make up for that. Will I? I don't know. I don't control it. It's you guys and you know, how much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that content.
That's the model that I operate on. Can you argue it's a begging model? I mean, I guess.
Anyone who's crowdfunded on the internet like I am, I guess adheres to that model. And I'm in a situation where I don't have sponsors, I don't have things to advertise, I don't do that. Purposefully. So that my content is different. Okay? That's why. And you could yell at me and scream at me and criticize me and tear me down and say that
I'm a beggar and I'm a loser and I'm on level 1. You can say whatever you want, man. Go ahead. Make me feel like shit. Like I don't already on a daily basis, right? Like I can't, the fact that I can't go on a honeymoon with my wife, the fact that I'm you know, every week, basically I'm paycheck to paycheck. Like I don't already feel like shit behind the scenes. You know, go ahead and try to bring me down. You're such a big man for saying those nasty things about me on Twitter, right? You're just a keemstar. You're just such a great, really powerful dude. Really, like, you're so cool that you can just stomp on people under you and use them for your own personal gain. It's just a really awesome thing in life to do that, right? I'm the victim complex guy.
I can tell you, there's 0 people who I've ever done that with. 0. Okay? Even when I was at the height of my YouTube popularity. I'm not going to do that. Alright? So, maybe you're better than me. Maybe you're richer than me. Maybe you're... Who knows, right? I don't know. You know, I don't care. At least I get to be true to myself, and I get to live my life the way I like. And I'm okay. I wake up every morning with a smile on my face, saying...
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Today, I get to see my beautiful wife. I get to spend time with cool people on the internet. I get to have fun stuff, and that's my life. I don't have to feel like, oh my god, look at the people whose lives I've ruined today. I don't have to ignore my conscience every day to put out content to make a buck. You know what I mean? I don't have to do any of that shit. So maybe you could say you're on level 99, I'm on level 1. You know what? It's nice being on level 1. Level 1's a nice, fun place. Play Sonic the Hedgehog. Look at level 1 versus level 8. Level 1's a nice place, man. There's flowers, there's cool animals.
I like being on level 1.
Maybe that's what it is that I'm just in my groove at level 1. And I don't care about level 99, grinding away at a horrible life where everyone gets stomped under your feet so you can be on top of everyone. Maybe I just like level 1. It's a cool place, man. Alright? So we'll be here forever. We'll all just be here nice and chill on level 1, having a good life. And you could be out there making mean tweets about people. Good for you. I hope that you have a nice life doing it. Leave my name out of your fucking mouth. Because I don't ever want to hear from you and your tweets from your little fucking Keebler elf tree making your fudge stripe cookies all day. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. Or your lawn gnome existence. Just leave me alone. Alright? I'm done with you. Oh no, I hit below the belt. Yeah, you've insulted me a million times. You're short. Okay. Alright. There you go. I got it off my chest, and that's it. That's the end of my topic. I'm not going to talk about this guy ever again.
Nope, that's my lie. Got him. Got him.
Lie there, you liar, you.
I'm good at lying.
Why now am I so financially tight? Well, last year I was doing good. Everything was, I had all these things going for me. And I even said that there was a light at the end of the tunnel. That if things kept going as well as they were going on Twitch, that likely by the end of last year I was going to be able to upgrade my setup. I was going to be able to start saving up, making plans to maybe have a honeymoon with my wife and do all this positive stuff. And then what happens? I get kicked out of the partner program because the fucking trolls contacted them and harassed them and said all this shit about me and got me canceled.
Specifically, Twitch terminated the agreement following its investigation of repeated instances of inappropriate conduct involving hateful slurs.
So, if they would stop fucking with my livelihood, I wouldn't be sitting here begging on stream like they claim I do. They're the ones who cause the bad behaviors that they don't like. But they don't look in the mirror to see that. Instead, put it all on Phil, right? No, what they want is they just want me to stop. They want me to stop being a content creator. They want me to stop streaming, stop making videos. They just want it all to end so they can claim some kind of a weird, twisted victory. Like, oh, you know, Phil finally gave in to the pressure and everything from over the year. You know what I'm saying?
Greed is a very powerful thing, my friends. You gotta be very careful, because then they're dancing the line between meaningful content that you can trust and someone who's always just out to make a buck. And then why are you supporting them? You know, I hate to say it, it's just sad when you see someone go down that path. And a lot of people have done that over the years. So guys, if you like me and my content, please support it in any way that you can. If me saying this is begging, then I guess I'm a beggar. And you know what? I think I'd rather be a beggar than a keemstar.
It felt good to get that off my chest, because now I can move on and never have to mention it ever again, you know? But at the same time, I do hope that you guys will support today's content, alright? You know, I do, I am, absolutely, because I'm the kind of person and the kind of content creator I am, you know, that's the thing. I have to rely, you know, on the support of the public to make a living, you know? And it makes me nervous when you have it, like yesterday was a very slow day compared to a day that would have been considered not so slow, and I hope that's not a pattern, because when you have a pattern now, that's why things get tight, and that's why I get nervous about shit, you know?
Doing absolutely nothing. I love it. It's my favorite. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.